Little People, Big World's Tori and Zach Roloff detail son Jackson's scary accident that landed him in urgent care. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Fans are always ready to hear updates on Zach and Tori Roloff's family, and parents everywhere can relate to a story the Little People, Big World stars shared about their 7-year-old son Jackson's freak, dumb accident on a recent episode of their podcast, Raising Heights. As Tori explained it, she had just come home from a trip she took to Disneyland with friends when disaster struck. I came home, I was home for maybe an hour, we had just eaten dinner, and we were having so much fun, just catching up. The kids were playing soccer with Zach, she began. Yeah, we were just playing soccer, we were having a great time, Zach said. Lila's turned into quite the little soccer player. But then Jackson slipped on the rug. He went a little too hard trying to save the ball. And slammed right into the arm of one of our chairs, added Tori. And like the chairs that are in our entryway, they're pretty cushioned, she continued. I've never thought of those chairs, I've always thought of the hearth. They're going to hit their head on the hearth, or they're gonna hit their head on the coffee table. Those have always been my scary. Don't play around those things. But I never once thought these chairs would ever be an issue. Unfortunately, Jackson managed to hit the exposed wood on one of the chairs, which split open the back of his head. Bad, Zach said, going on to say that Tori responded brilliantly, especially since she had a problem in the past with panicking when the kids get hurt. She expresses so much concern and anxiety and fear onto our kids when they get hurt, she'll gasp, and it makes her feelings the dominant feelings, and the kids are looking right at her, so then they proceed to cry, get scared, whatever else, Zach explained. She's gotten a lot better at being calm, he added. You know, it's all about how you're projecting yourself to your kids in that scenario. It's not about how you feel and expressing how you feel, it's about, in my opinion, the child and how they feel, and what feelings should you be portraying to them in that situation. It helps the child stay calm. I feel like you almost panicked last night, Tori interjected. I did not panic, I saw a lot of blood coming out, Zach clarified, explaining that he was focused on solutions and getting Jackson into the bathroom away from his siblings, Lila and Josiah. The mother of 3 then took Jackson, who never cries, to urgent care, with the little boy acting impressively tough throughout the ordeal, though he finally broke down. It wasn't until they put the staples in that he cried, and I cried 'cause I just can't handle watching him be in pain, Tori admitted. Then obviously they had to go out for ice cream, Zach joked. Obviously I had to get him Dairy Queen on the way home, and he was fine after that, Tori agreed. I would just like to point out that 0 children went to the urgent care when you were gone, Zach pointed out. LPBW star, Jackson Roloff was rushed to the hospital due to a severe head injury. Yet, how did the 7-year-old get into such a horrid situation? More so, what is his current status, and will he be okay? For all of the details that are currently known, it has been a big year for Jackson Roloff. He just started 2nd grade, and his mother, Tori Roloff, was thrilled to show off the monumental occasion. Along with Zach Roloff, the couple has 3 children, Jackson, Lila, 4, and Josiah, 2. The duo tied the knot in 2015, and it was unclear if their children would be personalities, and LPBW fans love seeing them as they grow and thrive. More so, they are determined to do things on their own and show mom and dad who the real bosses are. Unfortunately, having children means having unexpected accidents. According to Parade, Tori and Zach Roloff spoke out about a traumatic incident involving Jackson. They shared the details on their Raising Heights podcast. Mama was away on a trip with friends in Disneyland when she returned home to her family. Now, they were not playing outside, but rather in the entryway of the house, which sounds dangerous to begin with. Yet, Tori made listeners aware of how spacious their space was to place in. She said that there was tons of room to play and then, disaster struck. Yeah, we were just playing soccer, we were having a great time. Lila's turned into quite the little soccer player, but then Jackson slipped on the rug. What happened after the slip was far more serious than Tori and Zach could have ever guessed. Tori Roloff described the scene of Jackson smacking into a chair. He went a little too hard trying to save the ball and slammed right into the arm of one of our chairs. For Tori Roloff, she noted that the chairs the family has are cushioned. Therefore, she does not consider them to be dangerous. However, she thought they would hit their heads on the hearth or coffee table, but a head injury on the chairs never crossed her mind. Unfortunately, Jackson Roloff proved her very wrong and hit his head on the chair's exposed wood. He then proceeded to split open the back of his head. Zach Roloff noted how Tori will panic, and that makes the kids react more dramatically than they otherwise would. They rushed Jackson to urgent care and he was fine until he had to be patched up. It wasn't until they put the staples in that he cried. And I cried cause I just can't handle watching him be in pain. Zach Roloff, the star of Little People, Big World, was rushed to the emergency room for an injury to his hand earlier this week. Zach has always been a hands-on dad and husband, but fans were worried he had really hurt himself. Luckily, his wife, Tori Roloff, shared an update with her social media followers. Zach has become one of the most popular cast members over the years, thanks to his outlook on dwarfism. Zach and Tori are the only children still featured on Little People, Big World and have been a constant on the show. Season 23 was off to a running start as the cameras showed Zach at odds with his father, Matt Roloff, over buying the family farm. At a stalemate, the father of three decided it was time to leave Oregon and move to Washington State to follow his own dreams. Tori has been keeping viewers updated for months, which has included the good, the bad and the ugly. In a lengthy Instagram post, Tori revealed that Zach ended up in a thumb splint after a freak accident. Evidently, while at a friend's birthday party, Zach took a tumble and ended up dislocating his thumb, but thankfully, nothing was broken. Even though Tori had never seen a broken bone up close, she was convinced her husband was suffering from a fracture and took him to the nearest hospital, noting they panicked everyone at the party. Tori shared with fans that all she could think about was Zach's inability to hold her hands or her children's. Little People, Big World viewers also learned that Zach is called the Hand Man as he is fascinated with everyone's hands. Even Amy Roloff jumped into the comments section, saying she hoped her son healed well. While fans were relieved to hear Zach was on the mend, some were annoyed at the urgency of Tori's post since she came across as a bit preachy. Little People, Big World Season 23 has shown Tori in a whole new light, with some viewers wishing she would get over herself. Currently, Zach and Tori are happily showing off their new home in Battleground to their family members. Matt came by to drop a lawnmower off, but was met with an icy reception. Little People, Big World viewers could see that the patriarch was trying his best to reach out, but Tori was not entertaining the conversation. Even Zach couldn't be convinced of his father's genuine feelings. Viewers are wishing Zach a speedy recovery so he can get back to the things he loves to do.